Welcome back everyone, Scarline here, bringing you a new Neverwinter video, and today, as the title suggests, we're going to be doing a full tutorial on Episode 1, Rage of Bel. So we're going to go over all aspects of it, talking about the Insurgencies, how to do the Bel event by itself, as well as all of the boxes from the vendor. So we know, if we look here, we have to get 20% every day. And you get that by doing the Insurgencies, which we will talk about in the next section of the video. But you need to get 20% a day. Now, the entire process takes, I believe, 20 days. It could be 25 days. It's either 20 or 25 days. That's not missing one single day, going through the whole process, getting 20% every day. So what happens is, you take it at 5 days at a time, right? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100%. Every time you get 100%, you're going to upgrade the box in the shop. So if you don't miss any days, it's going to take, like I said, 20 or 25 days to, accomplish everything. So everyone starts with the very first box, which is the small box of Valenhas's treasures, right? So once you do your first 5 days, you're going to progress to the next box. So let's go ahead and look at each individual box. Fellow YouTuber Rainer has already opened thousands of each box. He can give you the exact drop ratios for the stuff inside. So this is box number 1. It's the box of Valenhas's treasure. You get this by using your Infernal Secrets currency, which has a carry amount of 150, and you can only get 54 Infernal Secrets every day. Now you get this currency by doing the Bel event himself. So let's go ahead and look through the boxes here very quickly so we know the pattern. So if you're on the very first week, you start with the small box. Now, after the first 5 days, you're going to move on to the second box. Box number 2 is the big box of Valenhas's treasure. So now it moves up to a rare item. You can see the rewards in there, etc. Then we go into the box 3. Now, box 3 is epic, and it's also called Silvery Box, right? So the rewards are there on your screen. Then we move into the 4th box, which is now legendary, and it's the Golden Box. Rewards, again, listed on your screen currently. And then finally, when we come to the end of the event, once you have finished Bel, like I said, I think it's either 20 or 25 days, you get to the end box, which is the ornate box, and it has a mythic rating. So you can see the rewards here and everything that comes from it. So we've now gone over the currency, how to get the currency. Of course, you can get all the vanity pets and whatever you need. So we went over the reagent. So if we go back to box number 3, for instance, you can see that the balanced metal rod is purchasable on week number 3. It takes about 15 days to get to that point where you get that reagent, which I covered in the Awaken Forgers box video. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure you go back and watch it. So those are all the boxes, guys. We're going to jump right into the Insurgencies themselves now. Alright guys, and here we are in Valenhas, and we'll talk about the Insurgencies. So if you open your map and you're in Valenhas and the Insurgencies aren't up, you'll be able to see the timer of when they do spawn. So right now, the Insurgencies are currently up, and they have 17%. So what does this mean? Well, you have to farm the Insurgencies to get this meter to 100%. Once you get the meter to 100%, then Bel will spawn himself. You'll be able to go and do that, and we'll talk about that in the next part of the video. So what you do is, when you're in Valenhas, you'll see the giant red portal here when they are in fact up. It'll even say enter an Insurgency. So your goal is to get this meter to 100%. So depending on your platform, it could take anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour and a half to 2 hours. It depends on the server population and how many people are actually doing Insurgencies. So we'll take a look here and see how many instances we have up right now. We're obviously currently on Xbox, so you can see how many instances we have up currently, and this is because Rage of Bel just came out. Now, if you're watching this video way down the road, and you have to go through this content, well, you might have a difficult time. You can probably solo Insurgencies, but it's not a good time. It's going to take you hours upon hours upon hours. So already while filming this video, it's gone up 2%, right? It went from 17% all to 19% right now. So what is the point of the Insurgencies? Well, it's to spawn Bel, but also at the same time, you have to get your 20% a day. Now, we talked about this earlier in the video, but let me go over it again. So the Dark Glyphworks Magic Absorbed, you can gain up to 20% a day, and every 5 days, that's what upgrades the chest in the shop. So if we go and look at the shop, and when I showed you guys all the boxes already in the video, this is the first box. And after 5 days of getting 20% every day, you upgrade this box. And then there's a series of boxes that I'll go over also in the video. So you have to make sure you get your 20% every single day. And you simply do that by the Insurgencies. All you have to do is hit the mobs, and you'll get that 20% almost instantly. I've already done it filming this video. So this Insurgency actually just ended. I don't know if we're going to get credit for this or not. The portal right here is up. So once you finish the Insurgency, you just have to close the portal. So once you go ahead and close this portal, the encounter is complete, right? So when you come into Insurgency, there'll be another meter inside the Insurgency that you have to fill to 100%. And then you just go from Insurgency to Insurgency. I'm not going to do a whole one because sometimes they can take long. So here you go. The next one is just spawned. We'll hop over there just to look. And this is a brand new, fresh Insurgency. You'll see on your screen in the right corner where it says recovery, we're currently at 0%. So you just have to get 100%. Every time you kill mobs, they will go up. Now we're at 1%. So the faster you do these, the more you can do these. Now this is also a very good farming method, because every Insurgency you do, if we claim our reward, well actually I only got 20 for that one for some reason. Normally you're going to get 100. Every Insurgency that you complete, you're going to be rewarded 100 chaotic writing, which we all know chaotic writing is used for Juma bags. So even if you're not really interested in doing the Bel event or any of that stuff, this is a very valid place to farm Juma bags. I've been getting on average anywhere from 10 to 15 Juma bags every Insurgency run, depending on how long the Insurgencies take. You can see I have 2,500 chaotic writing here. That equates to 25 Juma bags. So this is a very valid method here. See, they're already at 14%. So the faster you do this, the better. So you can see the overall global meter has now gone to 24%. So hopefully everyone kind of understands the percentiles and everything. I know there's a lot of different meters, right? You got to get your daily 20% every day to progress through episode 1. You have to fill up the Insurgencies, and then your main goal is obviously to get to the Bel event, which we will also discuss. So hopefully you have a now understanding of Insurgencies. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment below. We'll move this video along now. Alright guys, and now when you get that meter to 100%, like I mentioned, that's how you spawn Bel. So Bel will momentarily spawn. So the meter is at 99% globally. That is all the instances coming together and doing those Insurgencies. And then once you hit that 100%, Bel will actually spawn. So there it goes, it pops over, and now you can farm Bel for a solid hour. So Bel spawns right here on the map. You can clearly see it's down here by the SE Heroic, and it spawns right there. So you can do this solo, you can gather your team, or whatever the case may be, however you want to do this to farm the Bel currency, and then we'll go over that here momentarily as well. Alright, and here we are at the end of the video, so let's go over a tutorial on how to actually do the Bel fight altogether. Now you could do this solo. If you do it solo, you're going to get 5 currency per run, so it's going to take you 11 runs if you do it solo. Now the more people you add to the group, the more currency you're going to get. So with a full group of 5 people, you'll start getting 9 currency, and then of course that means that you only need 6 runs. So this is soloable. And you can solo it just fine if you're a DPS. I think it has a item it's not a requirement. I think the suggested item level is like 20,000. So it's not too hard once you know the event. So we're at the portal right now. Let's go ahead and play the video here. So go inside. There'll be a minor cutscene. Nothing too special here. You get a nice little loading screen. Yada, yada, yada. See if we can progress this a little faster here. So we come inside. Bel, Master of the Hellforge. Nice little cutscene right off the bat, and then you'll engage him. So we are doing the solo right now, so go ahead, go engage him, and then we'll go over the mechanics of the event right here. So just start off, DPS him down. At 30%, he starts the first phase. So try to go ahead and mow him down, DPS. If you're a tank or a healer, you might not want to solo it just because it's probably going to be a headache. I'm not telling you that you can't. You probably can. But I'm just saying it's better to probably duo it or even trio it just so you can progress it a little faster, you know. But for purposes of the video, I did it solo just so I can go over the mechanics here. So we already have him down to 20% missing HP. I believe it's 30% when he starts the first mechanic. So he doesn't hit very hard. He has some mechanics to avoid. Just, you know, don't go in the red. It's a simple logic. So as we get him to 30% here, he will start his first phase. And this is the cannonball phase. And this is what a lot of people are currently struggling with right now. So right here is the first phase. So if we pause the video, you're going to notice that I have this blue ball over my head. That is the indication that you are the chosen target that needs to go and pick up the ammunition to fire at Bel. So if you're in a group, then you need to pay attention if you get this ball over your head. Solo, you're going to get the ball every time. You're the only person there. So whoever gets this ball, and you can see directly in front of me, the blue portal will light up. This doesn't light up for everyone in the party. It only lights up for whoever the target is. So if you have the blue ball on your head, you need to rush over here to get the ammunition. Now, this is also difficult when you have multiple people. See the AoE on the ground here? You see the red? This spreads fire like Infernal Citadel would spread fire normally. So if you have 5 people, you can either choose to stack on top of each other so you can minimize the fire, or, you know, go in a pattern, but you want to stay away from the catapults. Now at the same time, whoever has this over their head, the catapult that you need to go to also illuminates up. You can see the blue light on the screen illuminating. I've already picked up the ammunition, and now I have to very gingerly and slowly make my way over to that catapult. You can see the fire spawning behind me, the red circles every once in a while. So imagine having 5 people and someone doesn't know what they're doing. This can be a little hectic. Go ahead, load the catapult up. The catapult will directly fire at Bel, and then you can progress again. Now, he will have 2 more phases. If you're in a group of 5, you can actually bypass some of the phases if you mow him down fast enough. So I think the next phase actually starts when he's at 30%. So after you diminish 70%, we'll keep an eye on it here. So we're at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. So at the 50% mark, you're going to notice he does go invulnerable here. So if you're in a group, make sure you know the event, because I see a lot of people that will waste their debuffs right here, and then all of a sudden you can't do damage. So wait until he goes out of his invulnerable period, and then you can slowly start attacking him again. He will do this again. He will phase for the 3rd time, I believe, at 30% HP. So now he is attackable again. Go ahead and slowly start DPSing him down, get to that next phase mark. You want to save your buffs and debuffs in between these phases. That way, you know, you're not hitting a invulnerable target, right? Because I do see, you know, it's very early. If you're watching this video in the future, then you're fine. But as of filming this right now, it's very early. Rage of Bel just released. A lot of people don't actually know what the heck they're doing right now. So direct them to this video, and then they will know the event. So go ahead, DPS him down, DPS. I believe once he gets to 30%, he should phase again right here. And he will go invulnerable. Yes, he does. So now he is invulnerable again. You can see these zeros. So don't be wasting your buffs and debuffs, guys. You can see I haven't popped any of my buffs and debuffs. So the last phase is probably like the hardest phase of the overall event. This is where he starts casting AoEs. Fire goes all over the place on the floor. Like you'll notice, you know, there's red everywhere. fire will slowly come everywhere, you know, so you have to DPS him fast. The faster you kill him, the better. Like I said, if you have a full group of 5, you can just bypass a couple of the phases and you'll be golden. So as we come toward the end here, go ahead, finish him off. You can see all the fire on the floor. Once he is dead, you simply just have to talk to him, and then that will end the overall event here. You'll get your rewards. The rewards will pop up. And then bickety bam, rinse and repeat, and go ahead and do that over and over again and farm the currency, guys. So right there you go. For solo play, as I mentioned, you get 5 Infernal Secrets. So if you're doing it solo, you have to do it 11 times to max out for a day. If you go up to a whole group of 5, then it's only going to take you 6 runs a day for the currency. So let's go ahead and finish out the video. Alright guys, and this is going to conclude today's video. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Leave me a comment below if I missed out, or if you still have questions, just go ahead and ask. I'll try to get to everyone's questions. Overall, the Rage of Bel is fairly easy. So if you're having any complications, go ahead and leave a comment below. Remember to smash that like button. Really helps the YouTube algorithm, really helps my channel out. Hopefully you enjoyed today's guide, and hopefully you are farming Rage of Bel. We'll see you guys real soon.